What's going on? The No Harm, No Foul show is back and full in effect on today. I'm your boy Wayne Breezy, the one and only, the great Mike Andrews, my brother from another mother. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man? Look, bro, sometimes you got to be careful what you wish for. Sometimes you got to be careful what you pray for.
Oh
Sometimes you got
no.
to be careful what you ask for, man. I know that we weren't expecting to do a show today,
Right.
and for reasons that I'll leave to you if you decide that you want to divulge anything. But man, I was really putting some positive energy in the air for you, hoping everything would be all right, things would work out for you,
Oh,
and
I
then
appreciate that.
you
Yeah, it's
know,
a tough
man, did it?
day.
Yeah,
It's a tough day. And I wanted to just take a minute, just kind of like, so it's my brother's father. And like I knew him all my childhood life because that's who my mom was with at the time. So essentially he was like my dad, you know what I'm saying, growing up. So my brother hit me with the info on Sunday, Mike. And so like right before, like I woke up that morning and I had the message, and it was just like right before the Pittsburgh Steelers game. So my
mhm,
energy was just really weird. I know people were probably like, "Yo, Breezy energy is different." And the crazy thing is, I was out in Pittsburgh trying to go see my biological father because he's in the hospital, right? And
mm.
so it was just a weird weekend. I got a chance to see my brother was like, "Go see your dad," blah 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 blah, all that good stuff. And so, um, my brother, he asked me, he was like, "Yo, can you play the organ?" And I was like, "Oh man, I don't know," because I know I'm gonna be very emotional. But I
Right.
did. He asked me to do something, and I did it. And so, I was there with him, um, and he's holding up. Like he's a lot stronger than I am. He told me I could go home and just I was like, I just wanted to make sure he was straight because that's his actual biological father, and I wanted to make sure my little brother was good. And I texted my mom. She gave me some pointers on what to do. And so I was gonna just take the day and just kind of like just get my mind right. And then I was like, you know what? I could give 30 minutes
Mm,
to be with my
mm.
brother. Cause maybe you've been here for me. You know what I'm saying? So let's do it. Let's give it to the people. Like let's give the people a good 30-minute, no harm, no foul show. Let's talk about this because Brandon Ayuk was injured in the Rams game. Not a serious injury, but he did have some type of shoulder, clavicle, something. Something was wrong. He wasn't the same.
Mhm.
And right now, I mean, there was a report that went out by Jack Hammer today saying, according to source, Brandon Ayuk had a CAT scan. Why is CAT scan spelled CT and not CAT?
Because so when I go to the doctors and they say a CT scan, for the longest times it made me wonder, am I thinking CAT scan when they say CT scan, or
That's what
are
it
they
is,
two
right?
different scans? I be to be completely honest with you, I never looked at the difference. I just assumed that they were the same thing. I
Okay.
never looked at the difference.
Now
Now, now I
I
will.
oh, now for CAT scans, the CAT scans don't determine breaks, right? They determine tears in the ligaments. X-rays determine breaks,
Oh,
right?
it's definitely the same thing.
I
I'm
love this
sorry.
show, yo. This is why
I'm sorry.
I haven't laughed
X-rays
all
determine
day. Thank you,
breaks.
everybody, for the positive energy out there, man. I love you guys so much.
Is a CAT scan and a CT scan the same thing? CT scans, also known as CAT scans,
It's
or
the
computed
abbreviation.
actual
But how can
tomography.
you
Yeah,
abbreviate a three-letter word?
man, people just
We
get
need a
lazier and
whole nother
lazier.
show, Mike. I think we need a whole nother show. I have questions, Mike. I have questions about stuff that makes zero sense in the world.
I've been there. I've been there, man. But now we know. Now we
Okay,
know.
knowing is half the battle. But
Mhm.
let me ask you this: CAT scans, aren't those supposed to be for ligaments and stuff like that, tears and that? Like it's the deeper skin. It's not testing the bones because wouldn't clavicle be a bone and that would need an X-ray?
So you do an X-ray for bones. I thought you do like MRIs for muscles. That's what I
Right.
always thought.
Is CAT
I have
scan the
no idea.
head? What the hell
Yeah,
is the? Okay, I
I
quit.
always thought that a CAT scan was just of the head
That's what I thought.
scan, but I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure.
MRI is for the ligaments and muscles and things like that, the tears. I don't know. Well, if the clavicle, which is the neck area that's connected to the head bone. Okay, here we go. See, I knew we would get the real on the show. Here we go. A CAT scan is
Uh,
360 multiple X-rays. So if the X-ray costs $900, is a CAT scan 360
okay, you
times?
know what? We are
Okay.
not.
All right, all right. I told you I have questions. Anyway, Brandon Ayuk has no breaks in the clavicle area or the shoulder area. And Thursday night, his ability to play, according to Jack Cameron, would be all about his pain tolerance. So I want to ask the question to the panel, and I want to get your thoughts. Should the 49ers risk a more serious injury and play Brandon Ayuk against the Giants on Thursday Night Football?
You know, I'm gonna. This is a tough question for me. This is a really really tough question for me. Um, and I haven't settled on an answer yet. I know that's what we're here to discuss. There's pros and cons to it, right? Like it's only week 3. It's a
Okay.
short week. We have a 10-day break after, right? Like, do we need to go 3-0? Do we think we can't go 3-0 if he doesn't play? Like, is Brandon Ayuk going to make or break the success of the 49ers in week 3? And if the answer is no, then I say you let him sit and get the extra rest.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look. I mean, they won. I don't want to say they won without him against the Rams, but he wasn't
He wasn't a major
utilized.
contributor. He didn't have the production that he
Yes.
did the previous week for sure.
Right. So we're playing the Giants, and I want to look at the Giants defense. I mean they're. I mean, okay, let's just go to overall defense. So the Giants give up. I got to go all the way to the bottom. So
A
they're not
million
the
points a game.
they're not at the bottom, but they're giving up about 322 yards per game. They're actually tied with the New England Patriots. But they're at the bottom. They're kind of like in the middle. They're right. You know who's right above them?
The 49ers.
And the Chiefs.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That one game of Matthew Stafford shredding the defense like really put our defense bad. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see what they do
So,
as far as passing. I think that and we'll focus on that because that's where we would you want to know where they are ranked passing though?
well, I mean, all right. So I'll be honest with you.
They're ranked
It's
ninth.
it's less. Wait, they're that good against passing? They're top 10 pass defense.
Yo, you stop mid converse. You stop mid
Because it
point.
registered. I had to, it had to boop, boop, boop. And
Mike, they're ranked ninth, Mike.
wow.
So let me
I mean,
ask the question again. Because the game plan will be to run the ball. Because they're probably bad against the run. That would be the game plan. But if the Giants put 8 in the box, 7 in the box, 8 in the box to stop the 49ers' strength, which is to run the ball, it's gonna force Brock to pass. He'll be missing if BA doesn't play. If the 49ers do tend to sit him out, that's a big pass catcher missing. So now you're
yeah.
talking about everybody say you'll play Ronnie Bell. I love Ronnie Bell.
And a willing blocker downfield
And a
for
willing
the run game.
blocker. I love Ronnie Bell. This is a home opener. You have to win this game.
But we weren't supposed to win both of these games, were we? Like, I mean, I know we
I picked
wanted
us to beat the Steelers. I had us going 5-6-0. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
So you got us beating the Cowboys too?
I don't think we lost until a road trip out east again. And now the way that's shipping up with the injury to Nick Chubb, that might be. I don't think I had us losing to Cleveland, but I was winning a lot of games at the beginning of the season. It was when we traveled back to Seattle for Thanksgiving where I had us losing the game.
Thanksgiving. Okay.
That's a
Well, I
long
mean,
time
look,
from now.
and by the way, this question should be asked not just of Christian, of Brandon Ayuk, right? But like, how much should we be using Christian McCaffrey in a short week?
Well, yeah, but Mike, come on, man. Like, what is everybody? Why is everybody having these issues about Christian McCaffrey? The dude only has 42 carries.
He accounted for just less than 50% of the 49ers offensive touches last week. He was somewhere around 25, 26, something like that. He had 20 something carries and 3
He
catches,
had
if I'm not
22
mistaken.
carries and 20
Uh,
carries. That's 42 carries, right?
yeah.
So he had 20
Well,
carries in this game, and he had 22 carries in game one.
and how many passes? Because we only
Um,
ran 50, what was it, 58 total offensive snaps.
yeah, this last game we were. I didn't. It was weird.
I think he caught 3 passes. So he's just around the 50% mark for the 49ers offensive production. And all I'm saying is, and it's not that you shouldn't play him, right? Because like it's just with these guys who are being used as much, not that Ayuk was used a lot. We're talking about an injury with him, and then we're talking about usage with another guy. It's just how would you do it on a short week? There's 2
Correct. I
ways to
mean,
look at it, right? It's
correct.
it's a short week and the wear and tear and
Yeah.
rebounding. The flip side is they also got 10 days to rest after this. Like,
Right. So if like for me, I'm cool with McCaffrey being used the same way because then he's gonna get a good break. But
okay,
I'm with everybody and just you can win. You can get a game plan and not have to put Brandon Ayuk into the mix of the storm. I feel like he can get a rest day, a rest week. Make sure that clavicle, whatever it is super healed up with the extra days that we have off, and then have him ready to go in the home game against the Colonels.
how clavicle.
That's the neck. That's this.
Well, I want to know just how thin or thick it is. Pause. Wow.
I think it's relatively thin, and if you looked at it, like the way he
The
fell on it,
clavicle is the collarbone, right? Like, isn't
yeah,
that the same thing?
yes, and the way he fell on that joint, it didn't break though. Maybe he need to stop
You
wearing chains.
know, he laid there.
Yes,
He
he
looked
did.
like a cartoon character.
Yo, I thought he was seeing stars. Remember Tweety Bird and the tweet stars? Mike, you played football, right? You ever had a
Yes.
concussion?
No, but I have had one from boxing.
But you saw stars, right? Like little flash white
You
lights.
see, like I thought it was gnats. It was like bugs, like black. No,
See?
I swear it was a
Yo.
bunch of black dots just circling around me. Like, and
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on? And then the lights are bright and dim at the same time. Like it's what the fatigue, like the blob fatigue pattern on
Yes.
clothes. Okay, imagine that, and each different blob layered on top of each other is like the light, brightness, and dim, and bright and dim. Like that's what happened with me.
I could dig. I seen it. It's crazy. Now I get the utilization. This comment was dope right here from Scott. He did play every snap. He played all 57 offensive snaps. He was in there blocking. But he wasn't used on all 57. So I mean, don't you want your best run blocker in there? The best pass protector in there? I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I was against the Rams, and he's healthy. Like
I wasn't mad about his usage against the Rams. We needed that.
Wait, he's healthy, right? And I get it. I get the matchup. Like, come on, it's the Giants, right? So, look, I think Kyle Shanahan. I mean, he even came out and said he has to figure. I don't like. Let me ask you this question. Kyle Shanahan came out and said he needs to figure out. Oh, damn it! As soon as I wanted to ask Mike a question, I'll ask you guys the question. This is why we're here anyway. I'm only here because of you in the first place. Kyle Shanahan said that he needs to figure out how to mix in Elijah Mitchell and Jordan Mason because those are the only 2 other running backs that are available. Raise your hand if you're calling bull. Because like since when does Kyle have to figure out how to utilize these guys? I'm trying to figure out what Kyle is trying to figure out. It doesn't make sense to me how you just can't put in another running back and let him play. Right? Okay, I'm getting some bull. And I thought it was me. TDP, hey you. TDP is inactive he's been inactive week 1 and week 2. He's been inactive week 1 and week 2. So I'm trying to figure out, why he said that. Melissa says Shanny said he made a mistake not mixing in Elijah Mitchell. I think it's a mistake not to allow our running back some downs. That's fine, but my question is just why is he not doing it? And that's the thing I can't figure out. I don't know if he's trying to save Mitchell for
Week
something.
Week 1, I question his decision making with that. Week 2, it was a close game the whole time. You want your best players out there. You want to make sure you get the win.
But you can't say that Elijah Mitchell isn't one of the best players if he was one of the best players.
He's one of the best. He's not the best running back.
No, you're right. But my point is Elijah Mitchell has been great again against the Rams. So like, why not utilize him? Why not take off some of those Christian McCaffrey dives up the middle? Give 50 and this is why people are upset. 57 snaps, all 57 snaps. No wonder he couldn't outrun Akella Weatherspoon. No, I'm just playing. It was a joke. For Life Niner, Mike says, look how many viewers are watching. It should be equal to the likes. I never understood how that worked for Life Niner, but for some reason, it's on a lag. And for some reason, the likes pick up after the show, I think.
Yeah. I think you get some likes on the rewatch, not on the live. I think people are just happy to see what's going on. And then they might hate something we're discussing. So I'm not giving you my like until I know the final results. You know what I'm saying?
Scott's on fire today, bro. If we had some scrubs on the bench, that's one thing. But Mitchell's a proven NFL commodity who never fumbles. Mason is a hammer who averaged 5 yards a carry and fumbled all preseason. I had to throw that in there. But I'm just saying, like,
he knew it. That's why he said the fumbling part in the previous sentence. He knew exactly what he was saying. You didn't have to throw it in there. Remember how you talked to me about interpreting the messages? You just could I put the negative stuff that they say in there, the mistakes in here? You didn't have to do that. You could have just let that one go. He wrote that perfectly. My man was on fire, like you said. He wrote that. That was a very well written comment. Good job, Scott. That was a great comment.
That was a great comment. So, Mike, where are we at the consensus here, Mike? I'm saying rest Brandon Aiyuk.
I think
tune up Deebo and these other guys.
I think you start Brandon Aiyuk, let him get the start, let him get a couple of reps in there, and if you see that the game isn't under control, you pull him. I might not target him at all. I might let that great route running do his thing. I might let him be a decoy out there on the field.
What if he gets injured on the decoy, Mike?
If they're not throwing him the ball and he get hurt?
I'm just saying, like, what if he run into a hard win?
You don't care about that. Don't get me started. I remember you snapping on me. I remember exactly what you said about it's football and I'm not worried about injuries. Don't do that. I'll hit the rewind button.
No, that's okay, Mike. You're right. What's up, Jax? Jax is in the building. What's going on?
What's going on?
You're right, Mike. I don't right.
Let him go out there and run some routes. Let him stay healthy. You know what I mean? Let him play, but you don't have to overutilize him. I don't expect this game to be close. Let me just be completely honest.
Not at all. Not at all. But I tell you what. It's funny you said that. I went back and watched the 2020 game. And it was pretty damn close until it wasn't. Like, Nick Mullins was a starting quarterback, and Brock Purdy is light years ahead of Nick Mullins. Who was our running backs in that game? Jeff Wilson Jr.
Raheem Mostert.
Was Mostert? I don't know if Mostert
might
played.
Have been injured.
I think he was injured. You know who showed up that game? Brandon Aiyuk.
I was gonna say Richie James.
That's his rookie year, bro. Like it. No. It was Ayuk was the man. But my point,
it was 36-9. When was this game ever close?
It was like at the beginning. I said we pulled away. But Daniel Dimes.
I know. I see what you're talking about during kickoff when it was tied.
Yeah. But No. Go past that. It was tied.
It was
We
Jerick McKinnon.
Jared
All right,
McKinnon.
Jerick McKinnon was the number one, and
He
then
was
Jeff
the
Wilson
running
was right
back.
behind him. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeff Wilson was right
But
behind him.
they both had touchdowns in that game.
Ayuk had 3 carries and a touchdown. He did the jet
That's
sweep
what I'm
on that one.
saying. That was his rookie year. But here's the thing,
And
do
he
you
was the leading receiver.
I think I understand where you're coming from. I think I would do what you said. If he and I'm hoping it's pain tolerance, right? Because the one thing Brandon Aiyuk did in the Rams game was he came back in.
Oh, twice.
Was it twice or 3 times?
Well,
Either way,
it might have been more than that. I remember seeing him come off the sideline twice after looking like I can't do this.
right.
On the field.
Well, see that. So the first time I thought he got the win, I thought he fell wrong, got the wind knocked out of him.
Right.
Then the second time, I thought he fell wrong and got the wind knocked out because he had the same reaction on not getting up. All right, so let's just say, do we see more Ronnie Bell this week? Because he's been proving himself not in the pass catching game, but definitely in the run blocking game. Because if you've seen some stuff on film, this dude is getting pancakes. He's blocking, chipping. He's doing the things he needs to do.
I think if we see, what was your question? Do we see more or a lot? What was your question?
More, just more.
Okay, more, yes.
Okay.
More, the answer should be yes. If it's a lot, we're in trouble.
Really? Why?
If the Niners have to be in 3 wide receiver sets a lot in this game, that means the score is closer than it should be, and it's a shootout, or it's tougher than what it should be for this game.
I wasn't thinking about the Niners being in 3 wide receiver sets. I was just thinking about interchanging the 2 wide receiver sets. So when you come out there in 21 personnel or 12 personnel, like, it's interchangeable.
So you said, all right, okay. So what you're saying is, without saying it, let me read your super chat the way I'm seeing it. Okay.
I didn't read no super chat. I didn't read you talk about.
I know. Let me. All right. So what you're saying is Ronnie Bell is just as good as.
That is not what the freak I'm saying. Here we go.
Jennings?
They're different, but yes. They're different. Like, so you're good at what you're good at.
I'm good.
I'm good at what I'm good at. They're different, right? Ronnie Bell to me is. I mean, we watched it. I know it was preseason, but he has a different dynamic than Jawan Jennings. And Jawan Jennings is just a go-to guy. Like, that's the guy, yo, I need a first down, go get me the first down. Like, I need a big catch, go get me the big catch. He's not going to be overutilized in this offense.
That's exactly what Ronnie Bell did all preseason.
No, they was targeting him. They targeted him.
I'm saying no, but he was a chain mover. He was the
but he was more of a target. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Jennings is more of a target. I feel like Jennings. Here was what I'm trying to say. I feel like Jennings and Richie James, not Richie James. You just got the damn Richie James in my mouth. Pause. Jennings and Ray McLeod are specialists. I think Ronnie Bell is a true wide receiver.
And he should be wide receiver 2/3.
I think the wide receiver 3 is rotative. I made up my own word.
I understand what you're saying.
Depending on the down in the situation,
mm-hmm.
they will rotate. We haven't seen much of Richie James. Damn it, Ray McLeod at that 3 spot.
Right, at all. Actually, I don't remember seeing him out on the field as a wide receiver.
Just
and I didn't do all 22. Right,
yeah.
He's doing special team stuff. Right. You know something that's interesting though. We are going to definitely see more Ronnie Bell this game. Let me say that definitively. Whether Brandon Aiyuk has to play a lot or not, if he's nursing that clavicle collarbone injury, they're being mindful of it. He's going to play because of that. But also, why is Deebo going to the sideline so much? Deebo almost looked like he's on the pitch count like Nick Bosa. Like, he'll go out there and run 2 plays, and then he's on the sideline catching a breather, and then we'll get the first down, and he's back out there again. Like, this was supposed to be the off season of supreme.
Dude, Deebo missed 6 snaps, bro.
That's a lot. You don't think that's a lot for a person that's completely healthy?
He played 51 snaps.
That's 10% of the offensive snaps he missed. It's more than that.
It's not.
Who's moving
It's
around
I don't.
60?
Again, it's the way that they utilize the wide receivers, Mike. Damn it! You always starting to argue. I ain't supposed to argue today. Today's supposed to be an uplifting spirit day, Mike. You
But
know what they do with Deebo. You know exactly how they use Deebo. He's not even used as a regular wide receiver. He's running more than any probably wide receiver in this offense, so he can't get a break. He got to go in the backfield, run a play. He got to go out and run a route. Like that's 6 snaps. You crying about 6 snaps?
I'm. It's not about the snaps that were missed. It was watching him on the sideline, breathing heavy. That's what I'm
Because
saying.
Mike, he goes from running a route to running from the backfield. Don't you? Hell, I would need a break. I'm not Deebo Samuel,
I mean,
but
look, he had 11 touches, over 100 yards, and all that. But I mean, all right. Look, if you don't think it's a big deal, I take it back. It's fine.
no, I'm
You
just
know
trying
what
to
I'm
get.
saying?
I'm trying to understand in these next 4 minutes your angle, because you always be coming for cats. Pause. I don't know how to say that any differently.
I be going at people.
You be going at people.
Yeah. But this is not an attempt to go at Deebo, though. I was just making an observation saying, yes, I do think we see more Ronnie Bell this game. Yes, I do. I do.
How the hell did Deebo enter this equation? Because he's a wide
Because
receiver.
so my thing was, all right, less Ayuk, more Ronnie Bell or more Jennings. And then it was, there's going to be a play where Jennings and Bell are on the field and Deebo and Ayuk are not.
I don't know if we'll
That's
see that.
that's what played out in my head. And
I
then it
don't.
came to why Deebo was on the sideline as much as I saw him last game. That's where
I don't know if we'll see that.
bet me some push-ups.
Okay.
What
10 push-ups?
Let's let the chat pick the number.
No, I'm not doing past 10. I don't give a fuck what they pick. They can pick whatever they want.
He got serious.
Y'all gotta let me live, man.
All right. So Ronnie Bell's wearing number 10, right?
Number 10,
So and my man Jennings is 15.
15.
So if we see a 10-15 split, you got to do push-ups.
Okay. And if
Now,
we don't, you gotta do
if
the
it's
push-ups.
10-15-19?
Say that again.
What if it's 10-15 and 19?
That don't count. That's a 3 wide receiver set. Like you said, we should never see that in this game.
Well, we shouldn't see it a lot. I'm not mad at them doing it in the beginning to spread them out a little bit, but we shouldn't see it past the second quarter.
No, because we should be able to dominate. And our base package is our base personnel is 21 personnel, right? We like to put 2 running backs out there, and the running backs usually be Juice and Christian McCaffrey,
who both can run routes and catch the ball really well,
which makes it dangerous, right? And then you have your one tight end out there in George Kittle. And so then we'll switch it every now and then to 12 personnel when they bring out 2 tight ends. So when the Niners are looking to run the ball or get like first downs on short yardage, that's where the 12 personnel comes in. Because now you got 2 tight ends in there trying to block however they choose to run. So yeah, I'm thinking like I don't think Kyle. That I would say though, if we do see that, I'll do my push-ups, but we're running the ball.
On that play?
Yes.
Oh man, I think that's the perfect play to catch him sleeping. Because I agree with you, right? 2 willing physical blockers. These guys like the block, right?
Yeah.
You got Kittle out there, more blocking.
Yeah.
I mean, I completely agree with what you're saying. That better be a run play.
It better be a run play, bro.
But everybody in the world would be thinking the same thing, right?
I think so, but I think I haven't seen Ronnie Bell get open in a real game. And if Jennings is in the slot, it's a mismatch. But he won't be in the slot. Not with 2 wide receiver sets.
Not yet. No. So okay.
Unless
10 seconds.
We run motion. McCaffrey goes to the outside. One of them dudes ends up in the slot.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Bongo, ladies and gentlemen, we brought y'all No Harm, No Foul when we said we weren't, even though Mike was going to do it by himself, I couldn't let my brother do it by himself. Mike, take us home, baby.
It's all good, man. Shout out to everybody who made it in here today. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you all for watching us. Oh, I actually have something I do want to say at the end of this episode. Okay. Yeah. So, No Harm, No Foul has been brought to you by your sponsors. Insert name here. All right. See what we're doing? We opened it up for advertisers right there. Y'all can let us know if y'all want to, deodorant or something like that. We got y'all. All right. We got super chat too. It says here 49ers versus New York Giants rated PB-13 for all to see. Okay. I like that. That's going to do it. I'm not even going to finish what I was saying. No team is safe when the Niners are on the prowl. This is Mike and Wayne on No Harm, No Foul. Peace.